Good evening. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Raw Leadership Talk. Tuesday, the 16th of February. I'm so glad you are here for this program. Where are you tuning in from? I'll be more than glad to hear from you. Are you watching me from YouTube or from Facebook or on our page, the Africa Center for Public Speaking on Facebook? Let me know. As we listen to Handel Messiah water music, classical music, let's get ready for the topic of the day. We continue with communication skills for leaders of all sectors. And today we continue with the subtopic of strategies for communication. Strategies for communication. Thank you very much. In a minute, we will go into the topic of the day. Meanwhile, enjoy the music. Where are you tuning in from? Let me know, even as we go to the topic of the day. Last week, we began the subtopic strategies for communication as we handle the topic communication skills for leaders of all sectors. And communication skills are very, very key. We looked into how to simplify the message. But again, also you need to familiarize with the people to get to know your audience, what kind of people you're communicating with, whether you're at home or in your office or around the area in the community. What kind of people do you communicate with every day? Oh, you are a businessman. Who are your target clients? And what kind of a message do you need to keep passing to them to enable you have an effective way of communication? But also seizing the moment. How do you seize the moment? How do you understand the aspect of timing in as far as communication is concerned? And be able to deliver a message that is very, very outstanding. And we'll continue with that today. And next week, we'll be completing this topic on communication skills for leaders of all sectors. This broadcast is coming to you live from the Africa Center for Public Speaking Coaching Lab. Today, we want to look into strategy of communication, show the truth. You know, every message has what we consider the prime important part of your message, the heart of your message. You know, it's not just what you say, but how you show it. It's not just what you say, but how you show it. You know, all great leaders must endeavor to model what they communicate and expect others to do so. So every message has the heart of the message. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people in their communication, they do not know how to bring out the heart of the message, the prime important part of the message. And so they waste a lot of time. You find people wasting 8 minutes in a 10 minutes presentation talking about something else and then coming back to the heart of the message in those 2 remaining minutes. To plan effectively how you're going to deliver your message is very key to enable you deliver or show the truth as far as your message is concerned. So every day as you converse with people, and even as you get opportunity to do presentation, whether it's in your office or it's in the church or in the community, please ask yourself, am I showing the truth as far as this message is concerned. Do not camouflage your message with a lot of stuff, but you're not direct in showing the truth or in hitting the heart of the message. It will enable you to reach your audience effectively. It will also enable you to penetrate the heart of your audience. But at the same time, when you show the truth, you capture the moment. When you show the truth, you capture the moment. So this is very key for leaders of all sectors to learn, to strategize, to show the truth of their message. So if you are being given 30 minutes, let's say, to deliver a message, but then for whatever reasons you're told, look, we are only going to give you 5 minutes, would you still show the truth? Will you still give the heart of the message? Or you will say, this message was supposed to be for 30 minutes, therefore I don't think I will be able to effectively deliver the message. Great speakers can deliver an effective message even in 3 minutes. They say, if you haven't struck oil in 3 minutes, then you're boring. Then you're boring. The next strategy is share the passion. The next strategy is sharing the passion. Thank you very much, Bishop Gidinji, for tuning in. Share the passion. It's not just what you say, but why you say it. It's important for you to keep asking the question, why am I sharing what I'm sharing? Let me tell you this, there are no boring subjects, only boring speakers. Great speakers can turn a boring subject into an interesting one. They have the skill, they have the connection with the audience, and they know how to strike the chord and deliver the message effectively. Now, let me tell you this, there are no boring, small audiences, only small speakers. There are no small audiences, only small speakers. If you say, look, if I had 1,000 people to speak to, I will be very, very effective. But now that I have only 10 people, I feel like I will not be effective. No, you're deceiving yourself. If you can't deliver an effective message to 5 people, you won't do a good job, even if you are given 500 or even 5,000 people to deliver the message. It is therefore key for you to consider the reality of sharing the passion, sharing the passion. If you are interested in your audience will always be interested in you. So get the connection with your audience. Be interested in what they feel and how they are receiving your message. And believe me, as you continue doing that and you share the passion, your audience will connect with you. Let me give you tips on how to speak with passion. Speak on themes that you own for yourself. As I go through this message today, I want you to think about what exactly would you want to tell the world, because you can't tell the world everything. You have to know what you want to tell the world. You see, this broadcast is dubbed the Raw Leadership Talk, because I share leadership tips to my audience. Now, that may not be what you really want to deliver to people. You have another message. So speak on things that you own for yourself. Then be impact conscious rather than image conscious. Be impact conscious rather than image conscious. And then be authentic. Lock onto a pair of eyes with each point. Now, for that to happen, you will have to get away from reading your speech. You have heard me. You will need to stop reading your speech, internalize your message, and deliver it from the heart so that you can be able to look at people and connect with them. There is chemistry in the eyes. When you learn to look at people, they easily connect with you and enable you to effectively deliver your message. Then paint pictures in their hearts. Paint pictures in their hearts. Let me tell you this. There are 2 guys who are great speakers, and they knew how to paint pictures in the hearts of people. And one of them was Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was one of the great speakers that the world has ever come across. And as he was speaking, he will paint pictures in that. He will tell his disciples, whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be removed and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart that those things which he says shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he says. Then he will tell them, behold, I go to my Father to prepare a place for you. Then I will come back and take you, so that where I am, you also can be there. That is the reason why Christianity is still here, because people have hope, because the leader painted pictures of where he is going and promising that he's going to come back and take people to be with him where he is. Martin Luther King was another great speaker, and he knew how to paint pictures. That great speech that is known as I have a dream. He said, I have a dream that one day my 4 little children will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream. Said, I have been to the mountaintop. I have seen the promised land, even though I as a person may not go there, but you as a people will surely go there. Look at the picture of hope, the picture of belief. You need to master the art of painting picture if you're going to become a great communicator. This is communication skills for leaders of all sectors. Listen to me. You could be leading a family, leading a small group, leading an organization, or leading a big group. You will need to master the art of painting pictures so that people may connect with you and know exactly where you are taking them. So learn that art of painting picture, and then know what your goal is when you communicate, and prepare. Learn to prepare for your speech. Learn to take time with your message. With whatever message you want to communicate with your audience, learn to prepare before you come to deliver your message. Does that make sense to you? That's communication skills, guys. It doesn't just happen automatically. Some people think they're just going to go before an audience and boom, they will speak with power. No, it cannot happen. You have to prepare, internalize your message, visualize your audience, work on some words and statements and how you want to punch them out. That will enable you to deliver your message effectively. And then finally, seek the response. Seek the response. It's not just what you say, but how they respond to it. When you are speaking, you want people to receive the message and connect with you. So how do you deliver your message? How do you get your audience to a level where they give you response? You, as the speaker, you got to have expectations and seek the response. You will see people nodding to you. Then they are connecting with you. Or they could be writing some points. Or they will laugh to a joke that you say. Or smile to a statement that you have said. All those are forms of response. Or clap. Or applaud you. All those are forms of response. A good message always includes 3 ingredients. Something for the audience to know, that is information. Something for the audience to feel, that is emotional. And something for the audience to do. Something for the audience to know, information. You got to give information to your audience. Content is key. People want to listen to rich content that makes sense, content that resonates with them. That's what we refer to as logos. Does your message make sense? Does it have, key things that connect with your audience? And then another thing is emotional. Your message has to have emotional appeal, connecting you with your audience. The Greek call that pathos. Does your message connect or enable you to emotionally connect with your audience? So make sure that your message is emotionally connecting with the audience. And then the third thing is application. Something for the audience to do. Something for the audience to do. Let me tell you this. For a leader to communicate effectively, he must understand 2 important laws. 2 important laws. One is called the law of E.F. Newton. The law of E.F. Newton states that when the real leader speaks, people listen. When the real leader speaks, people listen. Let me tell you one of the practical ways to find a leader. When I go to any meeting, I observe and see who seems to have a strong opinion, and his opinion seems to be making the day. If you take a group of 10, take 10 people to form a group and take another 10 people to form a group and another 10 people to form a group, give them an assignment and ask them to report in 15 minutes, a leader will emerge. A leader will emerge automatically. The law of E.F. Newton states when the real leader speaks, people listen. Other people could have opinion, views, beliefs, but when the real leader comes and speaks, that leader carries the day. People will listen. And then the second one is the law of connection. Leaders touch a heart before they ask for a hand. Yeah, so you will have to learn how to touch the hearts of people before you ask for their hands. Unfortunately, we have a lot of people who are asking for people's hands, but they don't touch their hearts. But let me tell you this, if you're going to become an effective leader and master the art of communication and connect with your audience, irrespective of the situation or position that you are in, learn to connect with people by touching their hearts before you ask for a hand. Touching their hearts before you ask for their hands. This, ladies and gentlemen, will enable you to effectively deliver your message and enhance your ability to communicate. But let me leave you with this as I complete this message today, that great communicators are great listeners. Great communicators are great listeners. And some of you, you will have to develop your capacity to listen more. What I see every day as a counselor, because my job as a counselor, as a coach also involves a lot of listening, is that people listen with an attitude to respond. They don't listen because they want to connect. They want to understand. They listen because they want to respond. Now, when you are listening to people and you are waiting for your turn to respond, you will not be empathic. You will not understand their world. And that's why we have a lot of conflicts from marriages, places of work, churches, communities, government. You see a lot of conflict because people listen and they have already formed their own opinion and they're waiting for their turn to respond. So learn to show the truth. Learn to share the passion. Learn to seek the response. But more, understand these two laws, E.F. Newton and the law of connection, and then develop your capacity to listen. Great communicators are great listeners. Ladies and gentlemen, always a pleasure to have you every Tuesday listening in to the Raw Leadership Talk. I want to believe that these nuggets that I give every Tuesday are helping you to become a better leader. Look, there is a gap in the world. The world is seeking or looking for godly leaders who can offer solution to problems that are affecting the world today. And you who is listening to me, let me tell you this. You are one of them. You need to step in and solve these problems by understanding who you are and what you can offer. God bless you and see you next Tuesday. This is the Raw Leadership Talk.